In all the practice runs I did for the next segment, I must have gotten clobbered by the Tyrant a bazillion times. One time out of sheer spite, I just rushed up close to the Tyrant where he first appears and unloaded my shotgun in his face at point blank range. No strategic value whatsoever, or so I thought at the time. I just did it to feel better. Then I sprinted back to get away from him. Didn't really have a plan, and as he approached I just instinctively dodged to the right. A second later I heard a whoosh and turned to realize that Tyrant had just tried to punch me, but missed. Swing and a miss. Wow, I just discovered a dead easy Tyrant dodging strategy by sheer accident. Oh sure, I could just lead him outside and dodge around him like that. Or I could stand right next to his left side where he first appears and have him just throw me down and then get up and run around him like that. Of course that would require trying to sell the idea that I didn't really take damage when actually you do. You take a little bit of damage when he throws you down. But if you start out in fine green status, you'll still be in fine green status after he throws you down. But if he throws you down again, you'll be in caution yellow. That's why I know you actually take damage from being thrown down. Nope, not really my style to try and bullshit my viewers, so I gotta figure out a better way. I could also just try and dodge back to deke out the Tyrant. Done it before, but seriously, you gotta be like Neo from the Matrix to pull this move off every time. Did it in my other S+ ranked run and I looked like a total champion doing it, but truth be told, I can only pull off that move about 50% of the time. Definitely not a solid Mr. Fumblefinger strategy. After a few more practice rounds I figured out you don't really have to shoot him in the face to get my dead easy dodge to work. It was really all about the timing of getting right up close to him, then sprint back to the back wall when he drops his arms, pause for a split second, and sprint right while he approaches. Wow, works every single time. Okay, so now I have a guaranteed way to dodge around the Tyrant. The first time. Yeah, it doesn't end there. I soon realized that going down to the basement to get the jeweled box so that we could eventually get the Magnum meant running up against the Tyrant in any one of a gajillion different spots between the basement room and the main hall, including having him burst through the press room wall, which was actually a good thing, but it seemed totally random. Then I thought, what would it take to bring him to his knees like I used to do in my standard difficulty runs? On standard difficulty, 2 Magnum blasts to the head would be enough. But we don't have the Magnum yet, and the shotgun really only does a lot of damage at close range. If only there was a way to get close enough to the Tyrant with the shotgun to... Hey, wait a minute. Gee, I wonder how many times you can shotgun him in the face when he first appears and get away with it. Let's see if we can do it 3 times. Nope, that's too many. Okay, let's try twice. Okay, 2 times works, but now what? Oh wait, I got an idea. Shotgun him twice, then do the easy dodge move, then instead of running by him, shotgun him again. Bingo! Haha! Now we know how to take down the Tyrant on hardcore difficulty. But being a total cheapskate with my precious shotgun ammo motivated me to further experimentation using a shotgun-handgun combo. Shotgun him twice in the face, do the easy dodge, then 2 3-round bursts from the Matilda, and boom! Tyrant, I just punked your sorry ass on hardcore difficulty with only 2 shotgun shells and a lousy 6 handgun bullets. Ha ha. The only problem is, taking him down where he first appears still didn't solve the random spawn on the way back from the basement room dilemma. And trying to take him down in the basement using the same strategy was virtually impossible. Just can't get close enough to him to get off those first 2 buckshot shampoos. Then I thought, wait a minute, does the Tyrant regenerate his health? Why would he? There's no other enemy in the game that regenerates health. We could conceivably give him the old double buckshot shampoo when he first appears, then do the easy dodge, then only do 1 3-round burst from the Matilda, then run by him. Now basically he's just a single 3-round burst from the Matilda from going to his knees. Getting him to follow us to the basement should be no problem. He does that anyway, even on a good day. Down in the basement we could just turn and let off that final 3-round burst from the Matilda, and voila! Tyrant down on his knees in the basement, allowing us to get the jeweled box and get back safely to the main hall. No muss, no fuss. And that is how I learned to totally punk the Tyrant. Now somewhere in there's got to be a Tyrant punking strategy for you. Take your choice. And now, part 2 of my no damage hardcore run.
MajorSlackVideos.
Oh yeah, the name is Slack. Alright, let's do this. This is part 2 of my no damage hardcore run. And we've got a lot of ground to cover. We gotta face the Tyrant, as I just showed you, and then we gotta face the doggies again, a second batch of doggies in the underground parking, and do the Ada run, and then work our way through the sewers all the way up to the G Stage 2 boss, which I figure is the next best place to make a save. Alright, so bring along the shotgun shells, Matilda, large gear, club key, and most importantly, the red jewel. Because we're going... pretty much first on the list is going for the Magnum. Okay, switch the valve to put up the helicopter fire, grab some bullets here, and y'all know how this works from watching the intro. Run up, buckshot him in the face twice, run back, dodge to the right, make him miss. Quick burst of fire from the Matilda and run by him. And now we're gonna run by the art room. Make sure you grab these wooden boards here, very important. That's why we left them behind earlier. Grab these, put them on board, make sure the Tyrant is giving chase, because we want him to chase us into the basement. He doesn't always do this. Yep, he's still on the move. As soon as we get in the basement, we're going to board up the windows. Right, boom, here. Quickly board up the windows. Then get some distance, spin around, and finish off the Tyrant. Down he goes. Now we got to work quickly. Grab some gunpowder here, yellow gunpowder here. Here's the club key door. Use the club key. Go in. Grab some gunpowder here. If you run out of space, just mix it up with the other gunpowder to make some shotgun shells. And mix those shotgun shells. And here's the jeweled box, which we need to get the Magnum. Mix it up with the red jewel right away to make the USB dongle key. Actually, it makes the STARS badge. And you have to turn that into the USB dongle key later on by examining it. Hop over through the broken window there. Get the bullets. And rush back out. And the Tyrant should still be down. Haha. And this will give us plenty of time to get into the main hall. This is the area here where it's the toughest, because if you don't bring him down in the basement, he's bound to spawn anywhere in this run through back to the main hall, and it's really hard to dodge him. Especially if you meet him in the waiting room. That's kind of like the worst case scenario. So now we're back safely into the main hall. Lots of room to dodge the Tyrant here, so once you're here, you're safe. He's still on the move though, and he also teleports, eh? The game cheats. If you get too far ahead, he'll teleport. The game will teleport him. In here, there's going to be a licker. You can despawn the licker by simply running in and running out immediately. So run in, and then you hear him, run out immediately. Wait for the door to shut. Door shuts, and you can go back in safely, and he's gone. Now there's going to be a zombie at the end. He's going to flop through the window. I highly recommend that you buckshot shampoo him a good one. Wait till he raises up, boom. Make sure he's nice and dead, and then go for the last club key door. This is where we're going to get what I call the library crank, and we can discard the club key now. Get that grenade there, desperately need that, and get the library crank. Once again, you're saving all your grenades. Now here you just want to stop and listen. If you hear the clump, 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 just wait. That means the Tyrant's coming. And he's going to come in here no matter what. No matter what. So just wait. And then we'll just do the records room run around. He comes in, wait for him to commit to one side, then run around the other side. That's the third time. Third time we've punked you. Okay, now we're going up to the library. Two objectives up there. One is to use the library crank so we can finally move the bookcases over and get up to third floor mezzanine. And the other is to get back into the STARS office and use the STARS badge or the USB dongle key to get the Magnum. Now in here, if the Tyrant is hot on your trail, which he probably will be, you want to A, use the crank right away, and B, move the bookcases over right away. You'll have time to do this, and you can actually look around while you're moving the bookcases so you can see where he is. Now we're gonna use what I call the ladder trick. We want to kind of put him behind us because we can't go into the liquor hallway with him hot on our trail because he can basically walk faster than we can. So go up the ladder, and he climbs the ladder up to follow us, and that'll really slow him down. Then just run down the stairs into the lounge. This will give us a good head start to go into the liquor hallway. Stop, walk, because there's a liquor in here. See, if the Tyrant is close behind you in this area, you're screwed because he can basically walk faster than you can. So he'll catch up to you and punch you down. When you go into the STARS office, make sure you go all the way in. Wait till the door shuts, and then you can run. Because sometimes, even if you're in the STARS office, if you start running while you're in the STARS office, it'll activate the liquor. So make sure you're all the way in. Then use the USB dongle key. Convert the STARS badge into the USB dongle key by examining it. Then hit up the armory door lock computer. Opens the door, and you got yourself the Magnum. Alright, now we're cooking with gas. Grab back the USB dongle key. Don't forget that. We're going to need that later. Now, I just want to listen carefully. Hear that? Listen carefully. He's camping outside the door. And it sounds like he's returning back to our left. That means he's returning back to the library. He'll do one of two things. He'll return back to the library, or he'll go to the right and back to the third floor. And you can kind of peek out the door and see which way he goes. And you just listen carefully. Now when you follow him, don't run. He's almost just like the lickers. You can stealth behind him as long as you walk and kind of keep track of his movements. Now it's pretty safe, so we can just run up the ladder. And we're going for the third floor mezzanine and the clock tower. And this is why I had you move those bookcases across previously, because now you can just run up. At the end of this hallway here, there's two zombies off to the left. Don't be cheap with the shotgun ammo. And here I could hear the Tyrant coming up right behind me. So I didn't have a chance to finish him off. It was getting really hairy. That never happens. This is, once again, the game threw a total curveball at me. Try to screw out my no damage run. Haha, didn't get me, game. But those two zombies are still alive out there, which is like worst case scenario because they're right outside the door. So we'll have to deal with that later. Anyways, now we'll do the clock tower puzzle and get the second power panel part. Now I'm thinking, I heard the Tyrant go away. Now would be a good time to take care of these zombies. There you see the Tyrant across the mezzanine there. So he's coming for us again. This is generally a safe area. One time I saw the Tyrant actually come in here. I don't know what it was that triggered that, but yeah, one time I saw him actually come in here. But generally it's a safe area. It's a Tyrant no-go zone. Okay, so large gear up there. Get the small gear, bring it back downstairs, and that'll set the bell swinging and knock the power panel part down to the floor. Skip that cutscene. Before picking up the... Yeah, there's Leon's big joke. But I have to write a report on this. Before picking up the power panel part, go into the back hallway and pick up a large gunpowder here. Mix that with some yellow gunpowder to make a big batch of shotgun shells. Or mix that with regular gunpowder to make a big batch of bullets. Now let's get the power panel part. And now it's just a matter of listening carefully. The clumping seems to be going off to the left there, so he's pretty far away. but there's one zombie still alive. You see him straight ahead there. So now I have two choices of how to get back to the break room. This time I'm going to choose going down this side, because I feel the Tyrant is back in the library. And I'm right. See, now he's following me. It's a little faster to go through the library, but may not be safer, as in this situation. Let's just unlock this door. We were here earlier. We picked up the large gear here. Pick up these wooden boards here. We left those behind earlier for this purpose. And we're going to run all the way down through the second floor, past the art room, and out to the fire escape. Here's the waiting room. Hang left here, go out the exit, and out to the fire escape. Through here and back to the break room. That guy you can't board up, but this guy you can board up. So board up these windows. The first one, it's impossible. He breaks through too fast. And now you're going to bring the Matilda, fully upgraded. As many bullets as you can. Both power panel parts. And some flash grenades. Although you only need one. And I just emptied out everything because I find I'm just being systematic. Because I'm looking at my list now, you know. That's it. Just checking outside to make sure none of those zombies wander down this way or waiting to ambush me. And what did I forget? Oh yeah, the Magnum. That was a new strategy I added, right? That's not on my list. I'm looking at my list right now. That's a new strategy I added at the last minute for taking care of the doggies. So bring the Magnum, but you don't have to bring any spare bullets. A fully loaded Magnum will be enough. Okay, so now we're going to take care of the doggies. And I'm going to show you a beautiful blind spot that you can get in to take care of the second batch of doggies in the underground parking. As you go out, you're going to veer off to the right and tuck yourself in the corner. Go out here, go right in the corner, right beside the barrel. Do in one dog right away with one shot from the Magnum, and just aim at the wheel, because when the dogs jump over, they can't get you. And when they come around the corner like that, they can't get you either. It takes them like a while to get to you in that spot, so you have plenty of time to gun them down. So it's a perfect little blind spot you can use to gun down 3 doggies in the underground parking. But I usually like to, like I said, gun down one with the Magnum right away, one shot them to give yourself an edge. Next we're going to use the power panel parts to unlock, or rather power up the parking garage key card thingamajig. If you will. So this means plunking in both power panel parts and then switching around all the switches until the board is lit up. And you can just copy what I do here. I'm doing this from a schematic that I drew on paper in my little notebook, and I have it, like, you know, in front of me on the computer. You switch that T1 so it's pointing down, switch the T pointing down. Switch the T pointing down, Slack, attaboy. Okay, there we go. Opens it up, we'll skip these cutscenes. That was just a little pause for the cause, checking my nose. And I was also checking the time. We're at the 46-minute mark. Got the parking permit key card.
What are they after?
Now we got to get through the hellacious. We got to run the gauntlet. Don't go that way. Throw the switch. Go this way. Now you're gonna have to dodge around the Tyrant as he comes. You could actually use the Magnum to stop him, but it's better to just run this way and then run around like that. Give him a little run around because there's lots of room in here to run around. And as soon as you go through the doorway here, stop and throw the flash grenade. Make sure you're through the door. Freezes everybody and then just run right by them. And then you're out. Cutscene, Ada, what I think she, if I recall correctly, she runs over the Tyrant. Use the parking lot key card, and out we go. If you run ahead, you can get Ada to run sometimes. Which will, kind of speed things up.
Unfortunately, no. Ben didn't come through.
Well, what exactly are you looking for?
More info on the people responsible for this mess. Road's out. Going through that gun shop looks like the only way.
Alright, to the gun shop. You gotta let her work the, pick the lock first.
What a mess.
Alright, you get a shotgun upgrade right here. Make sure you grab that. And the grenade there. And some bullets here. Here's another little cutscene. We're gonna skip this with the gun shop owner and his daughter, who's infected. And let's go
the Umbrella Corporation?
through here.
They're a pharmaceutical company secretly making bioweapons.
Here you can just run ahead, and once again, Ada should hustle it up
That
behind you.
explains the horrible things I've seen.
And that's why I'm looking for Annette Birkin. She's the one at Umbrella responsible for unleashing the virus as we get to it.
Based on what you've said, the sewer seems fitting.
Well said.
Yeah, this is by far the most dangerous segment in the run.
Can't imagine a real scientist being down here.
According to HQ, this leads right into Umbrella's secret facility.
Come on. Sewers are run by the city. How could they have a facility without the authorities knowing?
Welcome to corporate America. Umbrella's control Raccoon City.
Make sure you go all the way to the end here to get some bullets.
I sure as hell hope so.
What the hell?
Stay sharp.
Stay sharp. That's an understatement. Okay, and grab some ink ribbons here.
Again?
It's not too late to turn back.
No chance. You're stuck with me to the end.
And now we have to do the alligator run. Go to the left first. You don't have to make Leon run, he just runs automatically. It's all about going left to right. Now go hard right. And watch out for the double snap. Snap. Snaps again. Now go hard left again. And now just go straight down the center once again. You don't have to make him run. You just like steer him left or right. He'll just automatically run. Jumps through. Shoot the flammable pipe. Boom. And you got yourself some alligator soup. Grab a grenade there.
Chew on that, you overgrown son of a bitch.
Some of these lines really remind me of the original Resident Evil. Like they're really cheesy, you know.
Leon, up here.
What the hell was...
Just get up here. Can't say I didn't warn you.
You said the virus turned people into monsters, not reptiles.
Fair point. I'm just impressed you made it in one piece.
like that original Jill sandwich line in the original Resident Evil. Huh, you were almost a Jill sandwich when she gets stuck in that. Anyways. Anybody out there play the original Resident Evil when it first came out back in 1996?
So let me get this straight. Umbrella sells monsters like that to who? Our military? Somebody else's?
They don't sell the monsters. They sell the viruses that make them. And Annette is who makes the viruses. Scary as that alligator was, Annette is far more dangerous.
Okay, and here's where we meet Annette. Gonna skip this cutscene, and we now take over
Run,
as
Annette.
Ada.
But you can't hide.
Ada only has two weapons: the zapper, the EMF zapper, the EMF
Secret weapon.
visualizer, and a handgun. And you can use the EMF thingy to throw switches and blow up fans. Power up that fan, blow it up. Just aim and press the fire button to activate stuff through here. Aim to the right, power up the switch, and blow the fan. And before you jump out, power up another switch down to your left, right down there. This will open the door. Run right by that zombie. Pick up some bullets at the end here. And now we gotta run the gauntlet to power up the elevator. Basically, you're gonna go clockwise. Stick to the perimeter clockwise. Do a knee stagger on this guy. Knee stagger. Run by. Stick to the perimeter. Go clockwise. Next is gonna be a zombie that flops down. I strongly recommend that you kneecap this guy. Keep shooting at one leg until he's dismembered. Now you gotta use your EMF to power up this switch here. That'll power up the elevator. Before you go back, make sure you grab some more bullets here and a very important flash grenade. Now on the way back, the zombies are gonna bunch up right around here. This is where you use your flash grenade. Boom. Shocks them all. And that just leaves the one that you knee staggered earlier on. Run back. Sometimes you can run by him if he's out of position. Like in this situation, we can just run by him. If you can't, do another knee stagger. Take the elevator up. At this point, the Tyrant appears.
Always been good at running, Annette. I'll give you that.
So you gotta work quickly. Use your zapper to power up this switch here. Here comes the Tyrant. Then throw the switch. Then before you go through, power up another switch just above that switch there. And then run through. And you can kind of target the fan before you even get there. And walk slowly towards it while you're powering it up to blow it. Save you a lot of time. Jump through. And you're home free. Now we gotta work the garbage room. Up the stairs. Throw the switch at the top of the stairs. And pick up the ID bracelet.
Bravo. Gonna burn me alive now.
You'll never get your filthy hands on the G.
I'm not the only one after it. You realize that?
And you won't die alone.
Okay, you gotta throw 3 switches at the top, but you gotta power them up first. So power up that one first, and then go to the one on the left at the top. Then throw this switch here. And power up the switch on the right at the top. finally throw this switch here. And after that, you're going to power up the middle one at the top. That's it. And of course, that's a timed event, as you can see. Don't do it in time and you're screwed.
Visitor clearance confirmed. Your
And that's it
is authorized
for
until
Ada's run.
October 1st.
All you have to do is go
Please
through this door
return
here.
before this date.
Not gonna happen.
Cutscene. Ada gets trapped in the garbage compactor, I believe. Injured. And back to Leon.
Ada? Where are you?
And now we got to start working the sewers. Bring the shotgun. Definitely. And the Matilda. As many bullets as you can muster up for each. Let's go. First thing we're gonna do is get the long barrel upgrade for the Magnum. And then we're gonna take on the lower waterway hell. This you don't have to do, but I like to do this just to mark it on the map. Basically, you want to go to the right as soon as you get to the end of that little tunnel there, and take the left fork. There's a pickup here at the end. I believe it's shotgun shells. There we go, shotgun shells. And now we're going to take the right fork. Get out on the right side. And carefully go up the stairs. There's zombie. There could be a zombie just around the corner. This is really random where he spawns. He could spawn at the very top or just around the corner. There we go. Aim for center mass. Down he goes. Always put one in the brain. And he was not finished off. He's just faking it. Yeah, that's why you always put one in the brain. Next. Buckshot shampoo that guy. Head splatter. Same with this guy. Insta kill. Make sure you kill these guys.
Just great.
And I got lucky with a critical hit there. I always put one in the brain. Nobody got that reference last video. Nobody knows where that's from. Give you one more chance. It's a great movie. Okay, down here, take the water slide down. You still need the crank. Once again, I'm just doing this to mark it on the map. And here's our first encounter with the G adult, or sewer monster as I like to call him. Make sure you grab the yellow gunpowder there. He's right down there, partially submerged. Just go up to right about this point here. Shoot him once with the Matilda and rush by on his left side. And you'll be safe.
What the hell?
And this will take us up to the monitor room.
Cable car. Interesting.
Strike that. It's going to take us up to the room with the SZF locker, which is empty for Leon. Make sure you grab these shotgun shells over here. And
Where'd she go?
the locker, the key code is SZF. And this will give you some Magnum rounds. You definitely want those. And dropping down here will take you to the monitor room. Cutscene here. Skip.
I'm coming, Ada.
And this has all the amenities of home. a save typewriter, item box, map. Take off the gun stock for the Matilda, as you notice me do. Okay, and dump everything. Bringing the shotgun, the USB dongle key, and that's it. Okay, throw the switch and the bridge comes down, and once we get across we can go to the left and get the square crank, and go to the right and get another upgrade for the shotgun, an important upgrade. Okay, so we got the crank. The combination to the safe is actually written in chalk on the right side of the safe. So if you forget it, you can just look there. Alright, so now we got the shotgun gun stock. Perfect. Increases the fire rate. Down here, 2 zombies are at the bottom. Don't be cheap with the shotgun shells. So if you don't get a head splatter, like I said, don't be cheap here. Didn't get a head splatter. That has ruined so many of my runs just trying to save ammo. And then, you know, I could have kicked myself. Get 40 minutes into a run, and just because I was being cheap with the shotgun shells, ended up letting a zombie grab me. 40 minutes down the drain. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just opening this up. This will lead into the worst part of the sewers, the lower waterway, with those 4G adult monsters there. It's just absolute hell. What we're going to do is going to grab the sewer key first and double back. This is important. Yeah, so don't go down there right away. Double back. And we're going to go into Rook Hallway first, because there's 2 places we can loot there, and one of the places has a secret exit that we can use to get back up to the RPD. And we're going to go partly back up there. Not all the way, just partly up there. And open up this special case to get an upgrade for the Magnum. Down this way, there's a G adult on the right there. Just stick to the left, all the way to the left, and you'll run by him, no problem. Out you go at the end. Use the crank here. You have to do this anyways, because this is the only way you can get the Rook plug out. Flip around, grab some bullets here, and make sure you kill the guy on the floor. Give him a good old-fashioned buckshot shampoo. Ba-doom. I find head splatters are more successful if you aim slightly above the zombie's head. Alright, so before grabbing the Rook plug, go down here to the treatment facility door, use the key that you just picked up, and grab some large gunpowder in here. There's also some ink ribbons. Don't really need those, but I'm going to grab them anyways. That's just for the purposes of practice runs. And down this way, there's another treatment facility door. Use the key here, and that'll be the last time we use the key, so we can discard it. In you go. Grab some bullets there. Discard the key. And push aside this cabinet here to open a secret doorway. Elevator up. a very important Magnum bullets there. So it's a nice pickup too. This will take us back to the bottom area where we first met the G Stage 1 boss. This is where we picked up the grenade, if you recall. That's where we are now. And here is a special STARS case which you can open using the STARS badge. So you have to convert the USB dongle key back to a STARS badge, use it on that case, and this will give you the long barrel upgrade for the Magnum, which will increase its damage. And now we're going to go back to the secret room that we discovered when we first used all 3 medallions in the RPD to escape. Just because it's convenient. There's an item box there where we can like reorganize and take the right weaponry. Okay, now we're gonna get ready. Oh yeah, also use the crank. Make sure you use the crank. Even though you don't want to go back to the RPG, make sure you use it. Because the crank only has one more use, and after that you can discard it. It's very important that you're able to discard it. So bring along the Magnum rounds, the Matilda with no gun stock, some bullets, a crank, and a knife. Get the Magnum, apply the upgrade. And the Magnum bullets. And I've been stockpiling all these yellow gunpowders. Mix them together and make some more Magnum bullets. This is very important. Have a huge supply of Magnum bullets. And a knife. Forgot the knife, Slack. The knife. The knife, Slack. Atta boy. Who's a good Slack? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so now we're ready for super monster hell, but it's okay because we're going to use the Magnum. And don't worry, there's enough Magnum bullets to finish the game. I actually finished with a surplus of shotgun shells, and I finished with I think about half a dozen Magnum bullets. And I actually had a surplus of grenades too. So yeah, if you follow this walkthrough, you're gonna have plenty of elbow room. It's not like you're running short. Okay, so let's just retrace our steps all the way back. Go to the left once you come out of the that treatment facility room. And we're gonna go back into the water. Hang a left. Get your Matilda up. Your Matilda with no gun stock. 3 zombies are gonna pop out of the water. Aim for one of their thighs. Just aim like just above the water line and aim for one of their thighs. Carefully and keep firing. Because if you can dismember one of their legs and they fall into the water, they'll drown. See, he falls in the water, watch that little splash afterwards, that means they drowned. That's all it takes to kill these guys. Dismember one of their legs, they fall in the water and they drown. So aim for their thigh, just above the water line. Down he goes. See the splash afterwards, that means he drowned. And that's all there is to it. Up here is the last time you use the crank. This is very important because this is going to create some very valuable space in your inventory. That's why I had to use the crank in the secret room, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to discard it. Okay, so it created some very important space in their inventory. And now comes Sewer Monster Hell. But like I said, we're going to use the Magnum. Takes about 5 shots to the eye. of the sewer monster to kill him. We're gonna kill 3 of them.
This is getting worse.
Okay, pardon me. In here, go up slowly, very carefully, to go just around the corner, just so you can get the sewer monster in a line of fire. Shoot him once in the tilde, and go hard at his eye with the Magnum. Relentless. Just be relentless until the eye blows up and you kill him. That's 1 down. Now next, walk. Don't run. Walk, slide off to the left here, and very carefully inch forward because there's a trigger line here. As soon as you go across the trigger line, another sewer monster is going to pass by in front. As soon as you hear him splash, there you go, he passes by. Wait till it goes all the way to the right. Now you can run by on his left. Now as you get to this point here, make sure you got your Magnum up and ready. You hear another sewer monster come to Leon's right, spin around, go hard at his eye too. And if things go sideways, you can always quickly get out. Like you start spitting out those little poison baby monsters, you can always get out. So that's why it's safe to go after that guy. So now 2 sewer monsters are dead. And I actually got a crit hit on that guy. That was a lucky shot. Crit hit with the Matilda, blew up his head. Okay, so now we have to do the King Queen puzzle. We don't have to deal with a zombie because we got lucky. If you didn't get lucky, he's going to spawn right here. So as soon as you put the Queen plug in, back away, and go after one of his knees to dismember him, and then put him to the ground, and then finish him off. Upstairs you go. You forgot the King plug, Slack. Slack, you forgot the King plug. Go back up. Yeah, I was so excited about one-shotting that zombie. I was like, alright, this is going great. Hey, got the King plug. He's a learner. Alright, and we're going to grab the flamethrower. Absolutely essential to finishing off this run. Got the flamethrower on board. Grab the King plug. Go back and grab the Queen plug, and then we have to do like a King plug, Queen plug run around in order to be able to get out. That means putting the Queen plug here to open the door. This will let us into the bottom of the stairs. Put the King plug here to open the door. And you can run around to your left and re-grab the Queen plug. That'll close the door, but we don't need to go in there. And then return and grab the King plug, but this will put us inside at the bottom of the stairs, which will let us out. There we go. So now we got all the plugs. Sorry, we have all the plugs except the rook plug. Now we got to get back. 2 monsters are dead. One we can run by, and the other one, I'll show you what to do. First thing you want to do is assess the situation here. Is that monster right there? If he's there, shoot him a couple times with the Matilda. Don't waste your Magnum. Just shoot him a couple times. See if you can get him to submerge. Then stick to the left side here and see if you run by. If he pops up, run by him again. If he grabs you, use your knife. And no, you don't take damage when you get the sub-weapon QTE. And then use that opportunity to run by him. Yeah, when they grab you, when an enemy grabs you, somebody asked about this. You don't take damage as long as you successfully use the sub weapon, whatever it is, the grenade or knife. You don't take damage. Here you're gonna run forward. Guy pops up, run back. Make sure he chases. He pops up. He tries to whack you, and as soon as he misses, run by him on the left side, and you're home free. Now there are some Magnum bullets back there that I left behind, but it's not worth getting them because you'd have to spend more Magnum bullets to kill the monster than you would get back from the pickup, so it's not worth it. Your net Magnum bullets would be like less. Now we're just going to retrace our steps. This is the area where we dropped those 3 zombies and made them drown. This should be pretty safe. Up you go. This will lead us back to Rook Hallway. What I call Rook Hallway, because this is where the Rook plug is. Now we can just grab it and exit. Grab it, the bridge raises up, but we don't have to go that way. Go this way, take the elevator down. And here, there's often a sewer monster here. Just shoot him. Wait till he thoroughly submerges. I didn't wait. He popped up there. Did I take damage? No, I did not. I checked. I didn't take damage from that. So shoot him again. Make sure he fully submerges. Then you can run by on the left side. How do you know if he took damage or not, Slack? You can tell by just taking any health recovery item, put it in your inventory and try to use it. And if the use prompt is grayed out and you can't use it, that means that your health is full. And I'm pretty sure I checked at the beginning of the next run to demonstrate that I didn't take damage from that sewer monster that popped up like that. And we're coming up near the end of the run. We made it. That's a long, hellacious run. This is just before the G Stage 2 boss fight. So we're going to save the game. And we're going to make some space in our inventory to grab an ink ribbon. Dump that in, grab an ink ribbon. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Coming up next, the G Stage 2 boss fight and the lab. And we are now at the 1 hour and 18 minute mark in the run. See you next video. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.